one of us was born before the 80s, and then one of us was born in the 80s.
90s music was the best, I'll just say.
And really one of the things that we have the most pride in is our hair.
You had asymmetrical cuts, some people still had Jerry curls, but
speaking of Jerry curls.
Say it like it is, cause you know we got to. Double up, sis, life is nothing without you. You know we all with it and we always got you. Come get your vibe with us, we on the way. Double up, sis, come get your vibe with us, we on the way. Double up, sis, come get your vibe with us.
Welcome back to Double Up, Sis, where grown women talk, laugh, and heal out loud. I'm your girl, LaShonda, better known as LM.
And I'm Phaedrea.
And we are Double Up, Sis. Today we're taking it back. Church fans, side ponytails, and all. Let's talk about what shaped our Black girlhood and how it shows up today. We're gonna kind of mention like the 80s, 90s, maybe 2000s, but one of us was born before the 80s, and then one of us was born in the 80s. So those are eras where we were really children. Yes. All right. So, Phaedrea, what you got?
I'm gonna have to go to Black girl hairstyles.
Ooh.
Or just growing up Black, what you had to go through, what we had to endure.
I mean, because I had good hair growing up, they say. Just kidding. I definitely was the epitome of bad hair, they would say. But I mean, you can't tell today though. But then they said I had bad hair. My sisters used to pick at me about my hair because it was really like rolled up and stuff. I say curly, they say nappy. Just tight curls.
I just think back to getting my hair braided every school year. So I would get the
you had hair to
cornrows.
braid?
I had a lot of hair actually.
Ooh,
which
I didn't have that.
I used to get my hair braided every year every time before school started. So it was pretty much the same thing. It was the cornrows with the beads and a little bit of foil at the bottom.
Not the foil. That girl took it back to the foil. Oh, Lord.
But it was pretty long. You know, people didn't think that was my real hair. That was something I could say I was happy about. Like I had
hang time.
I had hang time.
With some beads and foil. Ooh, girl, you were living your best life.
Yes.
Shoot. I had a little I don't think I had enough to grab up in a braid, but I had the ponytail that I felt like was down here when she twisted it and put the braid at the end of it. But in actuality, it like stopped right here. Like it's about that long. But it was mine.
Yes, it was.
But so it was bad. I mean, I had just enough, they say, to catch up. I had enough to just barely catch up.
Okay.
But you know what, mama, I had a praying mama. And she listened. And we were able to get a Vigorol. And if you don't know what the Vigorol was, if you were back in that time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Vigorol was one of those first perms. They say it's going to straighten your hair. So I would get a Vigorol. I don't know how often she was putting it in my hair, but she put it in there and it will be straight. Like my sister said, they would say, it don't be straight for a couple of days and then it go back to what it was. And they would used to clown me about my hair because it just, in their opinion, it wasn't good. But if I wouldn't have known then what I know today, I actually had good hair. Okay. But for Black hair, for Black women, hair is everything. Everything. Like that is the crown and glory in the Black community, really. And really one of the things that we have the most pride in is our hair. If nothing else is done or taken care of, that hair is taken care of for the most part.
I think it gives confidence and it gives you something to like, you can make it your own. Cause you remember the styles back in the day. 90s, you had the asymmetrical cuts.
Oh, I had that one, honey. Carrie had my hair laid.
You had asymmetrical cuts. Some people still had Jerry curls. But
speaking of Jerry curls, I too had to try out the Jerry curl because my mom was going to find something that worked for my hair. And the Vigorol wasn't doing this thing. So I wanted a curl. Michael Jackson had a curl. I wanted a curl.
Did you get the little curl in the front?
Well, there was a problem with those. So I had a curl, but it was the box curl. I love you, mama. And my mama had put it in. And it kind of curl. It wasn't, you know, people used to make a joke about the S curl. There used to be an S curl. I don't know if it was an S curl or not. But we like, I had an S curl. It didn't really curl like the S, but it was in there. And I used to try to, you know, I got a big forehead. So I used to try to cover the forehead up with the curl, like the curls like Michael Jackson, pull it down. And his used to hang down here. And I would pull the little strings down, but they would bounce back up here. So it didn't really do what it was supposed to. It wasn't giving. It wasn't serving. But I did it. But in my mind, I had Michael Jackson curls. Why you bring this up?
You did your best.
It was real bad. It was. And then I had a great idea because your hair is your crown and glory. I was like, you know what? I would like to do, and I never brought this into fruition, but this is one of the things I had in my mind, like it was a dream. I wanted to put the curl at the top and then like part the bottom and put perm at the bottom. So this will be straight and this will be the curly part. And in my mind,
it was going to work.
It was going to be cute. I was going to be slaying. But in actuality, it never happened. And in real life, I probably would have burnt my hair out.
Probably.
Just saying.
I'm glad you didn't do it.
And I like my having hair.
So I'm going to take you past hair. Let's go to fashion, so to speak. I don't know if we had any real sense of fashion, but I will say during the 90s, for you, like I used to want to be like dressed like you.
Don't tell me that.
A little bit.
Oh,
calm down.
Okay.
No, but for real, because I think you were out because of your personality. I think you wore whatever like everybody else wasn't wearing. Like you would just do your own thing. Do you remember we went to the summer we went to New York and you came back with all this stuff from New York?
I was hyped.
You had like you had bought some shoes there. They were like some platform. They were kind of platformish, but they were like a bug green color.
Yes, I love those shoes. Like nobody else wanted them because they was on sale too. Like nobody else wanted them.
You came back with those?
I love them.
Those, your hammer pants, because hammer was a thing. With
they had, and the ones I bought, they were like a royal purple, and they had a lot of droop in the middle. Man, I was so hyped.
Yes.
But you know what? I didn't even realize how much I always like being different.
Yes, you did.
I always like my clothes to be different. I mean, I just put a tie on with these pants for a belt because I like being different in my fashion. I don't like looking like everybody else. However, the 90s that was my time. I was in high school in the 90s. And I remember just oversized clothing was the thing. And I had a Bart Simpson shirt.
Yes. The black Bart.
It was the black Bart. You could only get it in Fayetteville at the flea market. The Fayetteville flea market was the only place that sold black Bart, and I wanted black Bart on my shirt, and it said black with an attitude.
Yes,
I remember that so well, and I had these striped green and white shorts that were oversized.
They were passed down to me.
Oh, you used to wear that?
I used to wear them.
My girl.
Period.
And because that was like my favorite outfit. It was Bart Simpson in those green striped shorts, and they were oversized.
And the slouch socks with all the colors.
And I used to alternate the colors on my slouch socks. I wasn't even trying to cover up the bottom of my pants at the end because it was just, and then put my bug shoes on. Boy, you couldn't tell me nothing. What?
Yes.
Nobody told you that you had 2 or 3 pairs of socks on your shoes gonna be tighter. I'm trying to put on all them slouch socks and still fit them in that shoe. You know, it hurt a little bit, but I was cute.
Yes. So definitely fashion for the 90s. Just
oh man,
it didn't matter what you wore, really, to be honest with you, because everybody was trying to figure out what their style was
and create their own fashion. Literally, like
Now we worried about what everything matches, how it's gonna go together.
Designers.
Yeah. Labels.
Yeah.
We were shopping at the flea market.
Big time. Excited on a Saturday to go to the flea market and get a t-shirt.
Yes.
Them airbrush t-shirts.
Airbrush.
What?
Yes. Get your
Airbrush.
name.
The step team. I had the step team in airbrush t-shirts. Yeah, we got our devil stompers. We were clean. We had on khakis and what?
Airbrush. Yes, we got that from the flea market as well. Mm-hmm.
How is it showing up like today though? Like how we were brought up as Black girls and our Black girlhood. How does that show up today in society?
When I think about what we just talked about, even just fashion and stuff, I think everything comes back around. Because I look at like my daughter and even kids just in general, like the things that come back around, like the flared pants,
bell bottoms, all that. Yep.
Yes, all that stuff came back around. Oversized. I can't buy a sweatshirt that actually fits. It has to be big. It's got to be something they gon', they wear sweatshirts during the summertime. I'm not sure how that works, but
I remember like the oversized stuff, we were all into it. I used to go in Daddy's closet.
Yes.
And get his shirts and wear those. And I was like, shoot, I was only 101 pounds when I graduated from high school. So just wearing my daddy's stuff was automatically big on me.
Yes.
And then I would go down, if I wanted to be, I always like that little retro look. I always like, old fashioned. So I would go down to my grandmother's house and go in my granddaddy's closet and get my granddaddy's
plaid pants.
His plaid pants.
The plaid
and
pants.
I would get his not blazers, but the jackets, suit jackets and shirts, all oversized, create my own style. And all that stuff now is a thing.
Yeah.
All of that is a thing.
The kids, I don't know if they understand though. Because they're
definitely,
they think they're actually doing something original. Really, it's all come back around.
We just didn't take enough pictures to show them that we already did this. Y'all ain't come up with nothing new. It's old.
So I just want to touch on some of the things that because we talked about this in our first episode about, we grew up in church. So we missed out on a lot of things. And I think sometimes because we were in church so much, we didn't really know about, or we weren't into the culture that everybody else was in. We didn't know the music. We didn't know.
I still don't know the music.
We just didn't know a lot of stuff. It was like, I remember being in high school and sometimes things that people would sing and play and do all those. And I was like,
I don't know it.
And I don't think I learned until I got to college, like, oh, that's who that was. Or, type of stuff like that. And I think that's kind of, we were sheltered. Mm-hmm.
Very sheltered. Very sheltered. I still to this day don't know most of the songs. And because of my outgoing personality and when people meet me, a lot of assumptions are made about things that I know about. I am so clueless about so many things that I should know. I think I should know, but I just don't know. And when I say I don't know, people are like, she's playing. Like, no, like I'm really serious. Know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is. You don't know this song? No. I don't know that song. I really don't. But I like it. It sounds nice.
Yeah, I was catching up. So I know.
But I think you caught up faster than me. Like
I probably caught up faster, but I'm just stuck because I just like all the old school music. I don't really.
That's all the music that matters. Is the old school music. That new music. I mean, it's nice. Some of it's really nice. I mean, you like that that Folded song a lot.
I do.
That has a nice little tune. But
I do like that.
Our music has been better. I mean, it has lasted over time.
Yes.
Like throughout time, whatever stands through the times is our music.
90s music was the best. I'll just say.
Black culture is the best.
Yes, absolutely.
I think Black culture is
what they do now.
Oh, yes. Is that right? I don't know if that's right or not, but it was cute. Do it again, sis. Yeah, you did that. Clock and T. I just think Black culture is everything. Like I know that growing up, it was almost like an embarrassment for me. I know when I went to college, I was like, they made it look bad that you go to a Black college. Like you don't go to a Black college. So I'm like, I'm not going to a Black college, and I missed out on so much. Yes. Like I regret that. Like I should have gone to a Black college so I could get culturized. That's a culture in itself. Like I feel like I would have learned so much that I didn't get while I was growing up because we were so busy in the church, being sheltered.
But Black culture is always imitated. I would say.
Yeah.
Or appropriated.
Well,
because there's a lot of people that think that they have created something and we're like, that came from
like we've been doing
Black.
that.
Yeah, been doing it.
We've been doing
Black
that.
culture. And so, yeah, I agree. Black culture is the best.
I have like literally within the last, I would say 10, 15 years, embraced Black culture, like being Black and being proud of being a Black woman. As hard as it is sometimes to be a Black woman in society, I've embraced it. I love it. I love our skin. I loved all the different shades of Black. I love what we can do with our hair.
Yes.
All the different options that we have with our hair. There's no other culture that has the versatility in hair as the Black culture. And it's just wonderful. I just like it because you don't have to be like the next person. You don't have to wear your hair straight if you don't want to. You can, I mean, you can go natural. I remember when going natural was a thing, like you're a little nervous. Like, ooh, I don't know if people should do that. But then you look at like, ooh, that's nice. Like when you embrace it, there's nothing that can beat it.
Do you find it funny that most Black people have had the same experiences growing up? We have some of the same experiences growing up. We did the same things in our house, but we grew up in different areas of the world. But...
people over there in California doing the same things that we did in North Carolina. I mean, some of the same slogans and slang and things because we didn't have the internet to get that across the world. So that amazes me all the time when you start talking about how you grew up and some of the same stories that come out amongst people across the world. Like, dang, y'all did that too.
We did the same thing.
Your
mama said the same thing my mama said.
Yes. Stop letting that air out the door. Close that door. Go outside. Don't come into the street light
or stay out.
That part. And you better be in this house before that street light come on.
Yes.
All those things.
Same
things.
It's
like that amazes me all the time.
But that's a part of the Black culture. Nobody else is going to experience that the same way you experienced it.
No, it was great. I mean, we didn't think it was great all the time when we were living through it, but it really was. Yep. It really was.
Since we've been talking about throwbacks or even talking about, the nostalgia of 80s and 90s, let's talk about some of these things that we had back then, like beepers.
But first of all, let's say that, I mean, we're not really old, but we were around when a lot of these things were created, like to watch the inception of them and then watch them over time.
What it changed into?
Yes. Like, you talking, what would you say?
Beepers.
Beepers.
Pagers.
Oh man, I was in college when beepers came out. That was in the 90s. 90s was a good time too. Beepers came out. I had one in college. It was clear, teal. And I was so excited. You couldn't do anything with a beeper except somebody can call you on the phone and tell you to call them.
Or no, we made up stuff to put in there because you had to make sure that the numbers turned the right way. So they
help was a 4, a 3, a 1, and a how did they get the P? I can't remember. Because you couldn't type the letters like we can do now. So you had to make it out of the numbers to create the message. But y'all wouldn't know about that. Just saying. I'll just say like the phones came out.
House phones were a requirement back in the day.
Oh yeah, you couldn't do anything without a house phone.
Couldn't do anything without a house phone. Everybody called
landline. You had to have a landline.
But remember the dial phone?
Oh,
I'm gonna take y'all back for a little bit. Remember the dial phone?
The dial phone.
You had to go all the way around to dial one number and then to go all the way
back.
What
was it? It was called something else. Though.
Rotary?
Rotary. It was a rotary
phone.
And then they came out with a push button version. What? Upgrade. And then they had the cordless version.
Yes.
What? You could walk around without a cord?
But the cordless one would run out of battery, so you had to make sure you put it back on it.
Get back over there. Get back over there. Hurry up for the call. Yes. Or wait. What about when your parents used to pick up the other eye? You need to be off this phone.
Yes.
You're not supposed to be on the phone. It's embarrassing thing.
Or you would pick up on one and be like, I'm gonna take it in the other room.
Leave it off the hook.
Yes.
Take that one off and go back in to hang out. Yes, it was a lot of work, but hey,
we
did what we had to do.
Or remember when caller ID became a thing?
You could recognize who was calling you. You could see who was calling you. You didn't have to answer the phone to see who was calling you.
Right.
And
that's how you avoid people.
We went from answering machines to voicemail. Remember that?
Answering machines.
Answering machines. And you let the music play a little bit.
Yeah.
Or you do the one, I always like the one where you say, hello? Hello? I'm sorry, I ain't here.
Yes.
You're like, somebody go, they used to make me mad with that. But then I made one like that too. It was fun.
Pranking
You had
people.
to.
Then we moved into cell phones. When did you get your first cell phone?
Right out of college, I think.
College.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. No. Okay.
Yeah, because we had the beeper first.
Yes.
I didn't have a cell phone in college.
Okay. You're right. I
didn't have a cell phone in college. How did we do that?
No, you didn't.
Which means that we did not have maps on the phone for directions.
No.
We were printing out MapQuest.
Yes, we were.
Oh
my
God,
daddy used to follow a map though.
Like
he used to really follow
a real map. Like how
You said a real map.
and you couldn't even zoom in. You can't even zoom in on the map. Like you got to read the lines and that was tough.
Yes.
But we would travel a lot with that map.
Yes.
But I remember like after phones came out for a while and then text messaging was introduced, I remember being one of the people saying, what sense does it make to text somebody when you can just call them? That don't even make sense. I remember being that person. Like, I was like, I ain't doing that because, you had to add the text messaging in. Like, you get certain number of messages.
Yes.
Like, you had a certain number of minutes. Same way. And then I was like, that's just stupid. Like, why would I text you when I can just pick up the phone and call you? That doesn't make sense. I just remember, like...
Where will you be without it?
Oh, my God. Where will we be without it? I'm going to tell you.
Because now you want to text instead of pick up the phone and talk to the people.
Yeah, let me just text them real quick.
See?
Exactly.
No good. So let's go even to what?
Church clothes.
Church clothes.
I like church clothes. Girl, church clothes done changed over time. You already know.
Just come as you are now. Just come as you are.
Look, we thought that was in the Bible then too, but they said, don't come in here with that mess on. You better come in here correct. And them dresses below your knees.
Yes. Stockings, slips.
And on Easter, you had to make sure you had them fold down socks with the lace. Come on, somebody. Come on.
What are the most garments for church?
I used to really desire in church to wear that little doily thing. I wanted one. Why? I don't know. It was a dream. I wanted to wear one.
What's the requirement
on my curl? I did. I don't know, but I saw it used to be the little tablecloth thing. Not what is it? Play setting, whatever it is. They go on your head and you put it in with bobby pins. And I wanted it so bad.
Play setting to go on your head.
What is it called?
I don't know what it's called.
It's
but
lace.
That wasn't my design. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
And it was frilly, like around the edges,
it's a
like
doily.
that.
That's what it's called. But that's not what went on
but
their head.
when you type in doily, like on Google now, it's paper. These doilies were not. They were lace material.
Because I don't think that's what you call them to put on your head. But okay.
But I wanted to wear one so bad. I don't know. I thought it was cute or something. I don't know. It was. I was trying to level up.
Double up, sis.
I'm just saying, I did want to wear that.
Oh no.
We used to wear what's the socks that got the stripes around them? You know what I'm talking about?
The knee highs?
Like regular socks, like you wear, like the boys wear, like they used to wear for basketball. They used to have the white socks with the black stripes on them. Yeah, we used to wear those with our dresses. We had different colors:
red, blue, black,
purple, and yellow.
You had purple ones?
Pastel.
Oh, that's nice.
Top of the line. I ain't had nothing to match any of them socks, but I wore them. I was cute.
Speaking of purple,
and then a dolly.
Speaking of purple, I just want to bring this. You remember what was it? Volleyball you used to play?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you do that?
I'm sorry, but I mean we're talking about then versus now. You're good now, but then
I still have pain from that moment.
My sister played volleyball. Let me go ahead and just tell her story for her. She played volleyball. If anybody went to Southern Pines Middle School, home of the Blue Knights, the colors were blue and orange.
Blue, orange, and white.
Blue, orange, and white. And my sister had purple shoes to match her outfit, her nice volleyball uniform.
They were Nikes, though. And we got them from Family Dollar. So what?
Period.
Family Dollar had Nikes,
What?
and I was excited. And they only had pastel yellow or pastel purple.
And you went with purple?
I went with the purple because I like those purple ones. And then I didn't even realize it was a problem until we got ready to take our pictures. And you know how you do the individual picture for volleyball and you get on the floor. I wanted to do the picture where you like stick your foot out with the volleyball right here. And the man said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, your shoes." I was like, "Oh." And so I ended up doing, I did a pose I didn't want to do. I got on both knees and I had my feet behind me and the ball in front of my knees. So you couldn't see my shoes. And I had a curl. No doily.
No cap. No.
I'm laughing so I won't cry, guys. But they were Nikes.
Period.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That was my first pair of sneakers name brand. And they brought so much embarrassment.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up
you,
that
Mama.
painful story for you, but you said purple. It just reminded me.
Gosh, why would you do that?
She said, "What is Jerry curl?"
Oh my God,
Okay.
you made me sick.
Are we done? I'm sorry. I can't. It's gonna make for a great. Okay.
And I ain't play volleyball no more. I gave up on that sport because I wasn't gonna be able to get the shoes.
Oh
to
God.
match.
Yes.
Oh.
We were so.
Speaking of shoes, I had this one pair of shoes. And they were gray and pink. And
It's the tears for me.
and those shoes. They were sneakers. And we had got them from Family Dollar. But there was no Walmart then.
It wasn't.
There was no Walmart. So we had Family Dollar roses.
As if they would have been better. Okay, I'm sorry.
And I just remember that I was running down the hallway.
I already know how to see it.
First of all, when y'all walk with the shoes, they sound like I had on church shoes. The bottoms were hard. They were sneakers, though. So you can hear me coming down the hallway. Clack, clack. You can hear me coming down the hallway, but I was running in the hallway and I was trying to stop. But they ain't had no grip. They just...
I can't. This is too much.
And I
Oh
just
my
slid. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry. But
Ooh, we've had some times.
life for me ain't been no Christmas.
I can't. Okay.
Growing up black, honey.
Oh, you had to like Walmart was gonna be better, but I do remember a pair of shoes we got from
Roses.
Roses.
Bobos.
No, Bobos too.
Hey,
Y'all remember Bobos?
y'all know what Bobos are? You remember Bobos?
Yes, I do.
They like
Bobos.
the kids, but not kids.
Yes.
They're the white version of
Right.
kids, but not kids, so we call them Bobos.
They had all kind of colors though. All kind of
No,
colors.
but you had to get the white ones.
You
And
had
then
to
when
get
they
white
got dirty,
first.
you had to have that white shoe polish that you like do that sponge on
Yes.
the end, so you gotta push it with
Yes.
so it bubble up
Yes.
and get your white. You know what I'm talking about.
But we got LA Gear
oh yeah,
from
Roses.
They had 2 pair of shoelaces.
Period.
They had the sparkly kind and the regular kind.
Mm-hmm.
So you can change them out when you wanted
we had
to.
LA Gears.
LA Gears. But we had to put our stuff on layaway every year before school started.
But we got it.
We did get it right before school started, but we got it.
I'm so excited. I love layaway. I have a friend now that still loves layaway. I won't call her name out on here. But she was just telling me a couple of weeks ago she had to get her stuff out of layaway.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's a thing.
But it was a thing back then. We did it for school and we did it for Christmas. That's how we was going to get all our stuff.
We sure did. Praise God for the layaways. They need to bring it back. Some people still need that. Yes. I don't know that I wouldn't take advantage of it. Just saying.
Yes.
Whew, you have worn me out.
We've had some good times though. It's a throwback. You got to think. You got to go back a little bit. Know where you came from. Thank God.
I mean, culture evolved, and culture evolved, but the values are that's what's lasted.
I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Honestly,
I wouldn't trade.
Let me tell you
the way that we grew up for anything. I think a lot of people focus on a lot of the stuff that they went through and they make it a bad thing. I think we're sitting here laughing about it. Yes, let's be real. But we used to talk about how growing up we grew up poor, and I think a lot of Black families did. But but
what's crazy is, like I said earlier, somebody had it worse than us. Like, we thought it was bad, but they had it worse. But we were still happy.
We were happy.
The bottom line, we were still happy. It didn't matter. Like, all the things we didn't have didn't take away from the experience itself. So I wouldn't trade it in for the world.
Nope, wouldn't trade it.
Yeah, I'd do it over again. I mean, add a little more money, but I'd do it again.
So I think we're touching on some of this, but we talk about Spencer therapy, just a little bit of therapy, because we're going into the whole growing up and how it was growing up. Mm-hmm. But the emotional side of growing up as a Black female, or Black and female. I'll just say that, like I said, we grew up poor. We just didn't have a lot of the, I'll say, necessities sometimes. Mm-hmm. I think our parents did the very best that they could. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was anything, we're not taking anything away from them. They did the absolute best that they could.
But the difference is now, I would just throw in, is that we didn't only have just them. Mm-hmm. We had grandmother, we had the community. Yeah. Like, the community helped raise us.
Yep.
Literally, like that. It was a culmination of all these people that help raise. Now, people don't want other people in their business. Don't help raise my child. Don't discipline my child. I'll do that. Yes. And that's where I think a lot of things have gone wrong, because when everybody plays a role in it, then everybody takes responsibility, you know?
Mm-hmm. But just touching back on the poor side, just to give you an idea, because I think everybody had their experiences, but my experience would be just getting enough lunch money.
Oh, God.
Trying to get enough lunch money for, they didn't consider us poor enough to get, well, when I was coming up, I don't know how it was.
No, I didn't get it
We weren't poor enough to receive like free lunch or reduced lunch.
I got reduced lunch.
You did. I couldn't get any of that by the time.
Oh, mama then was rich. Shout out to my mama and daddy.
I don't know about rich, but I think lunch probably was about 75 cents maybe.
Mm-hmm. It was tough, wasn't it?
It was real tough, because we were scraping the bottom of my mom's pocketbook every time it was time to get lunch. I remember, this particular day, my mama scraped enough, but she had one dime and the rest were pennies. So 75 cents.
So 65 cents was pennies. I've been there.
I had one dime and 65 pennies going to school. And when I got to school, I was so embarrassed. I think I was embarrassed about a lot of things growing up. So going into the cafeteria, you usually go with your class. Well, I was letting everybody skip me.
Oh, girl, that's crazy, because I did the same thing.
I let everybody skip me. I'm going last. No, go ahead. Because I didn't want to get to the front of that line, especially with the mean cafeteria ladies we used to have back in the day.
Phaedrea, I didn't know we had the same story, like literally, but mine was only 40 cents.
Mine was 75.
We were scraping for 40.
Yes.
And I would do the same exact thing. Let everybody go in front of me and then go. And then, because those cafeteria ladies would call you out and embarrass you, especially when you pulled all that change out and they were like, like,
yes,
we're doing the best we can.
Yep.
And when we couldn't, I had to go down to grandmother's house and I get some of those. She would put peanut butter saltines. Put those in a little bag. Foil. We put those in the foil and get a sandwich. It'll be the same thing, and the bag be greasy. You know that Shirley Caesar song where she talked about the greasy bag for lunch. Yeah, that was us. Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, we was pretty poor.
Yeah,
but you brought up grandmother because I want to say this because my grandmother was a hustler. Let me just point that out.
I love my.
You know
grandmother.
how you had that the community candy lady?
Yes,
that was my grandmother.
Yeah, she was a community candy lady and the community what? Keep going.
She had a few hustles. I mean, she had she had a truck where she go pick up all
the
the clothes.
truck. Yes.
GTs. We called it GTs, grandmother's truck. Because she used to go get a bunch of clothes and things from like the secondhand stores, like the thrift stores and things they would be giving away. And she'd have all that. And we would go through that and pick out clothes and things like that from there.
I was a fashionista boy.
And we
all top of the line.
We all became salesmen. Just wanted to point it out.
Yes.
At an early age, we learned to hustle. She used to have lollipops.
Yes. Oh, they were the good ones too.
And the freeze pops. She used to have those.
I didn't do the freeze pops. I did the lollipops though.
But the lollipops, we used to take them to school and sell them for 10 cents a piece. Yes, I had me a little hustle on the bus.
Okay, so my extra hustle on top of that, because I was a hustler on the hustle, them lollipops were 10 cents, right? I would charge a quarter.
Yes.
I made me some money from them lollipops. Honey. But I think her sense of hustling is what, like, I feel like I hustle. Like, I will work a job or 2 or 3 at a time.
Yep.
There was no problem because I don't want to lack. So if it meant that I had to work that much harder or do that much more, so be it. Let's do it. I was in college and I worked 3 jobs while I was in college. How you do it, I don't know. I did it though.
Yeah, I worked 2 before I'm going to college. I worked the 3rd shift. I worked at a restaurant waitressing, and then I worked at a 3rd shift job. That didn't last long, but I did.
I didn't know about that.
I did. I worked at
where you work?
Kmart, 3rd shift.
Kmart. I don't think I knew you worked at Kmart.
You wouldn't imagine the amount of people that come in the store in the middle of the night. Like, what are you doing? I know it's open, but we still come to the store. It's like, okay.
Well, I worked at Bojangles. Do you ever work at Bojangles?
I did work at Bojangles.
I think it was a family job because I worked at Bojangles. I took that show on the road when I went to college. I worked at Bojangles, and then I worked at selling security systems, like getting people to register for a free security system. And then I also worked at the place where people do surveys. So you
one of those people in the mall that get on
behind people. That's all right. I ain't mind getting on your nerves. You're gonna help me make that money. But I'm gonna tell you one thing that I remember from that, and y'all should be appreciating me because I did the survey. I don't know if y'all remember this. The fruit fruit cocktail and all that used to come in the can with the pop lid. Now they come in the clear bowl with the thing. I did the survey for that. Okay. Back in the day, before that was a thing, we did a survey. We paid people $5 to take that survey. And then they got a free sample of the fruit or whatever in the jar. So, that was part of the survey. That's what you would get for taking the survey. And as a result, we no longer have the pop tin cans. We have the plastic ones with the lid.
I remember that the next time I buy those for my kids.
Your Aunt Shonda was part of the reason we have these. That's right. I did that.
That's funny. Do you think the be strong mentality was made it hard for you to rest as an adult, I guess? Like you had to be strong back in the day or make sure that you got things done. Or you just...
I think I naturally adopted that. Like, I don't know. I just didn't want to lack. I didn't want to lack. So I know that in order not to lack, you got to make some things happen. You can't wait for somebody else to do it for you. You got to make it happen for yourself. So I think I still carry that into my adulthood. I don't want to. I want to be soft. I want to be in this soft era.
I want a soft life.
Yes.
I think that's me too. We go back to the dreamer thing, being a dreamer. I've always wanted more than what we had. Yeah. So I'm going to work to get to whatever that is, even if it means taking some time to get there. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't say it made it hard to rest, but it does make me a hustler. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
All right, sis, say that. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the slang that has transcended over time, I would say. Some popular ones, I just remember a lot of people may not remember this one, but we used to kill it down there in Southern Pines. Deadly wrong. Deadly wrong. But and I can't even remember what it meant. But I know we used to say it all the time. Deadly wrong. And it'd be so, I think like if you were making a joke about somebody and it was funny, like you wrong for that.
Mhm.
Like you deadly wrong. Which one you got?
I don't know. I think really just saying word. We say word all the time. Make sure that, you know, or like your word is bond.
You confirming it.
You
like
confirm the word. Or say word.
Like you better, like you mean it. Like you're not lying.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not lying. You better say word. I still use that.
Yeah.
Word. Yes. Fresh to death.
That was.
What does that mean, Phaedrea?
Your outfit might be popping. Look,
your outfit on fleek. It's
fleek.
Popping.
I didn't ever.
You
like
didn't use
the word
fleek?
fleek. I didn't like it for some reason.
It didn't stick with you. It didn't resonate.
Fleek. Mm-mm.
You lame.
Pass. No, I'm joking. They use no cap now. You know what that means?
Yeah. He capping. That mean you lying. Cap. That mean you done caught somebody in a lie. But I don't use it. But the kids now still use that.
Yes. Pass. What's something that you like to say all the time? Now, it might not be slang from back then. But something you like.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have some.
I know you lying. That's yours.
Oh.
You go ahead with the no cap. You skip the no cap.
I know you lying. Yeah.
Absolutely. Slang is, I think it stays with the era though. I don't think it ever goes. Well, some of it does.
I don't know. Some of it has carried over.
Are you using some of the things your mom and daddy used to say back in the day?
I don't know what they used to say.
Hit cat.
I say, that's lame.
Yeah.
We still say that.
You say it a lot.
That's lame. You lame for that. Deadly wrong. I'm bringing it back. You deadly wrong.
Ain't nobody gonna know what it means.
That's right. Somebody will know.
So did the Spencer family have, your own slang or your own words, the things that, just were specific to your family?
We have that language. But we didn't create it, though. Like, we took it from somebody else. But we can't tell our secret language. Because they be trying to figure it out. But there is,
and it's really only between, like, us.
Yeah, like literally.
You got to be special to be on the inside of that.
So we're going to make 10 like y'all. I will say that in my in-laws family, we had a plate.
Yes.
We had a plate of like terms or words that people would not say correctly, pronounce correctly. And every time they would say it, we'll point it out. And then I had a plate that we would write it on. I don't know what made me start the plate, but it was just a plate. We were at like Thanksgiving or something. Yeah. And I started writing down every time somebody would jack up a word or do something like that. You made the plate. You made the plate. So they would be like, make 10, which is like pretend. Somebody says make 10. Make 10 like you ain't here.
Make 10.
Or vestis. For some reason, STS is guys, it's really not vestis. For those of you saying that. It's really vests.
Or the testes.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't.
Or somebody would say zinc. That's for the sink. They put a Z in front of it instead of an S. Bible movement.
Or the scared love songs.
Scared love songs, honey.
If you had TD Jakes' sacred love songs, that was really what that meant. The scared love songs.
Mm-hmm. We love them scared love songs. I'm gonna make 10 like you ain't say that. oh my gosh. But there's so many words on that plate. I'm literally, we filled up the front and the back and started a third one, like a second one. It was crazy.
But I think past a certain age, you can't teach people to like do something that they've been doing for years and years. So if they pronounce it a certain way,
if you don't catch them early in childhood and fix it, it can't. It's still it's gonna be broken for life. Yes,
the hospital. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be the hospital always.
Hospital. Yes. Roid. When people say roid,
going down the road.
Izine. Get some Izine for your eyes instead of Visine. Yes. Izine. Yeah. Just put it in there.
Or
Drop
just
'em.
cutting off words. You don't pronounce the
Yeah,
S's or the T's.
It's hard. It's hard to come back from that.
Oh,
It's hard to come back.
But let's talk about, because this just brings up things for like when people post on Facebook, because I see you catch a lot of people with grammar. But you know, Facebook and stuff, people get on. I'm a firm believer. If you can't spell it,
Don't say it.
don't say it.
Don't use it.
I mean, just don't use it.
But they don't know they can't spell it. They think they're spelling
But
it correctly.
they got autocorrect on things. They have that on your phones. They have that on Facebook.
Do they give you the squiggly line before you post? I don't think so.
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check it, because I think what I meant to say is I'm a firm believer you can't be what you can't spell. Because I've seen people post they want to be a pediatrician but don't know how to spell it. I don't know how you're gonna be that. You don't know how to spell it.
I can't even take you serious. I can't take you serious.
Yes.
It's the run-ons for me. Like when you can't punctuate, find a period. I'd rather you overuse a period than not use them at all. Make one long sentence of a whole post. I'm just saying, I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath reading your post.
Yes. Or there and there.
There.
Yes, there's. Yes,
Mhm,
yes,
mhm,
those.
mhm. Misuse.
We don't know
all
the
time.
difference.
Oh my.
Mhm. It's okay though. We're learning, and we're gonna get there.
No, if it's broken now, it won't be fixed. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately.
Yes.
But you know, I try to correct the people. I try to help them.
Yes, you do.
I actually put a post out one time and said, "Are y'all offended if I correct you? Would you rather me just inbox you or just let you continue basically like in ignorance, of not knowing that you did that?" And most people said they want to be corrected. They want to do it correctly. But I don't know if they really meant that.
I don't think so
that,
either.
you know,
I'm saying no.
it's the English teacher in me. Sorry, guys. She shows up randomly. All right, guys, it's time for me to spill and sip.
You got something to spill?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell about, one time when I did something. It wasn't bad though. But it was out of character for me, I would say.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I like how your perception of it, but okay. Let me hear it.
So I don't remember how old I was, but I was a teenager of driving age, living at home.
Okay.
My car, let's take it back in time. Let's go back in time a little bit. Because y'all can't appreciate my story without knowing what kind of car I was driving. Because unlike most teenagers that get blessed with a nice little car to drive when they turn 16 or whatever age, I had this green, I would say army green. I really normally say dookie green, but that wouldn't be kind. Car as long as the house. And it was an Oldsmobile something.
It's one of them numbers. I don't know the number.
Yeah, it was an Oldsmobile. And the back seat was like a couch. And the front seat was like a couch. It's like it wasn't like individual seats for the car. It's like a couch in the front seat and a couch in the back seat. And I used to drive that thing to Sand Hills, and I used to pick up everybody. Mm-hmm. At least 10 of us could fit in there.
You dropped me off at a school dance in that car.
Oh, man.
And
at the front door.
I
pulled to the front door in that car, yes. Because if I got to drive it and be embarrassed, you gonna ride. You want to ride? You take the embarrassment too. All right, so there was this one guy, I don't even remember his name at this point, but he was a cutie. He was cute. He light skinned or whatever. He was light skinned. And he was a model.
Not a model.
He was a model. And I can't remember how it all went down, but he said meet him at the park.
Mm.
He cute. He was a little bit older. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go meet him at the park. So I I don't know what I was planning on doing with him, but I was going to the park to see him because he was cute.
In your green Oldsmobile.
In my green Oldsmobile. Don't come for me. And so I got my keys to the car, went to the yard to crank the car up. I said, man, because it was late. It was about 10, 11-ish. And I was like, well, if I crank this car, it ain't no quiet car. You crank it so they're going to hear it crank up. So I was like, how am I going to get out of here in my car? And too big for me to push you. I was little. I already told y'all how little I was.
You were thinking about even pushing the car. That's
like,
what's...
Perhaps. I mean, quietly. I need to do something quiet. But I did it. I did what was right.
Okay.
I went and knocked on my parents' door. And I asked them, can I go to the park? See, I was too scared to sin. Hallelujah. I was too scared. So I went to the door and I asked them, can I go to the park? They said yes.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. And so I left. I'm just telling you, I was going to sneak out. I didn't have to sneak out because my parents told me I could go. And I did the right thing. So I encourage all of you who are thinking
Lord.
I told you I can turn anything into a message.
Not the PSA.
So, I mean, it really isn't like a story, but it's a story to encourage our youth. That when you're thinking of sneaking out, just go ask your parents. You don't know what they're going to say. You see how I got a message out of that? And I went to go see that boy, and it wasn't even all it cracked up to be. I was ready to go home in my car. And I asked for a curfew. I said, well, what time I got to be home? They say, you got sense. I never had a curfew.
What time did you go home?
Not long after that. I had sense. But anyway, that's my story. I spilled it to you. You didn't even know I attempted to sneak out.
I didn't.
To attempt to even sneak out was big for me. I was scared. I was going to heaven. I was not going to hell for anybody. Because my church said, they showed me the burning hell. You seen that video, that movie? The burning hell?
Yes.
Y'all ever seen it? I'm telling you, that would scare you into loving Jesus. Hallelujah. I'm just saying. And so I didn't want to go to the burning hell. I went and asked my mom and them.
If she could go to the burning hell. No, I'm joking.
Phaedrea, what you got? I know you did something.
I didn't. I was actually pretty good.
I know you lied.
I didn't do a lot. I didn't sneak out.
I didn't either. I asked my mom and them.
I told you by the time I got to be a little older, it was a little more lax, like that type of thing. So
I paved the way.
Oh.
Because I was such a good child. They had high expectations of you. That's really what it boils down to.
Oh.
Because if I wouldn't have set that foundation for you, you wouldn't be where you are today.
Okay. All right. So if you have any stories that you want to share with us about your, like you want to spill and sip with her, the one that was sneaking out,
I'm ready
send
to
them
sip.
in. Send them, contact us or send it to our DMs on Instagram and Facebook and we'll share them on the podcast.
I'm ready to sip because I know y'all got some good ones. I know y'all got some good ones.
Especially some sisters. Let me hear what y'all did.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go to double up or double down. So this week we're going to talk about adult
What we're talking about?
friendships.
Ooh.
But remember from the last episode? You don't want no new friends. No.
Well, I want to bring some clarity to that.
Okay.
Because I feel like I was taken wrong.
Really?
Yes, I was misunderstood.
Please
So
clear
let's back it up a little bit. So I was saying basically that there's a difference in being friendly and being friends. And when I say being friends, I mean like you hang out with these people. Okay. You spend like one-on-one time with these people. Like I have friends, but I think that's more socially. But when I mean friends, I mean people that I would like hang out outside of that, outside of work, outside of church, outside of any like that I hang out one-on-one. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm referring to in friends. So I'm friendly with people, and I have people that are social friends. But as far as like people that I just hang out with, I really don't do that. I really don't have time, honestly.
Wow. No, I'm joking. But adult friendships, are they a vibe or a chore?
A chore.
Adult friendships, you think so?
Yes, that's why I don't have like friends outside of that. Because I feel like it's work, like it's another relationship. I see that as another relationship that you got to keep up with because you got to think about their feelings. You got to think about, you know, if they want to do it or they don't want to do it. You got to cater to their way of thinking. You got to, I don't know, you got to finesse the way, the way you talk instead of being real.
I don't think that's true. I think for me, I think that adult friendships can be a vibe. And I say that because if you find the right people to be friends with, but I would say most of my friends, I've had friends for years. They're not like new to the group or whatever. I think they're friends that I've had for life. And so for me, they're a vibe. We don't talk all the time. We don't get
that's what I'm
together all the
thinking about.
time.
But what I'm talking, like what you're talking about is like friend group. I think that's different from just adult friendships. Like a group of friends is different. Like I think that's a vibe. Like hanging out with a group of friends, that's a total vibe. But just like one-on-one friendships is what I'm referring to when I'm saying it's a chore. Like, because I don't know. I just feel like that's more work. Like my group of friends, like you said, you're not hanging out all the time. You have moments in time.
But I think I have individual friendships with each of those people that are in the group. Like all of them may not be as strong as the other, but I think that I have individual friendships with each of those people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, again, it's a vibe just because I feel
what
like I know what I'm getting from each person or what each person brings to the table or how we're going to interact or how we're going to, and I think that's how, for me, it's like, I don't say categorize them, but they all have their different things or we have our different moments. There are some things that I know that I'm going to be able to share with this friend over here that I may not be able to share with this friend over here.
I got you.
I might be able to hang out with this one, but we ain't going to go real deep. We just going to hang out and have a good time. So I think they can be a vibe. I think it's good to have adult friendships now, but I think they just become fewer. You don't have, back in the day, we used to try to have a whole bunch of people. We used to have a whole clique or we want all these people to be a part of our lives or whatever. I think when you get older, they just kind of the groups get smaller.
But the thing is, essentially, the adult friendships you have are friendships that were built before you were adulting. Now they are your adult friends now, but how many adults have you added to your friendship circle since being an adult? Like they were already an adult and you're already an adult and then you add them in. The people that you have in your circles are people you've grown up with basically over time.
There's a few that I had as adults, but I mean, I get what you're saying. But I think that comes to, do we outgrow people?
I think you can outgrow people.
So do we outgrow people or do we stop showing up? So that's the difference. There's a different thing.
I think it's a combination of them. You outgrow them so you stop showing up.
Okay.
Or you stop showing up. Yeah, stop showing up when you outgrow them. Yeah. I think they work hand in hand, I would think. Yeah.
I feel like there's some I've outgrown. There was some that I had as like younger, like you're saying, you grew into those friendships, but I think there are people that I had younger that when now I won't say deal with them, but I don't have those same friendships because we did outgrow each other. Like we have different.
I think it was like a season of your life that they were there for that season. Like say you play basketball and those are your basketball friends. You no longer play basketball, so you don't have anything in common like that. So you're no longer in that friendship era, I think.
But I think there's people that I don't know what you got going on with your friends, but I just think that I don't have friends. I just think there are people that you grew up, or I even met along the way, and I'm like, oh, that would be a good friend. But I think that we've grown to a place where we're not on the same. We don't like the same things anymore.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What you trying to say?
I'm trying to figure out if you need therapy for your friends.
I have a best friend. I still consider her my best friend. We met in kindergarten. We don't see each other. We might see each other once a year or speak, but it's like when we see each other, it's like we haven't missed a moment in time. It's like we're right back in there, like we've been seeing each other the whole time. So I have that, but I'm when I speak of like adult friendships, or introducing new people as adults, I don't think it's very often that you find somebody as an adult that you say, okay, this is my friend and we're hanging out. Like when I think of like friends like that, I just think that people are you like hanging. Like you at some point you are hanging with these people. And I think the friendships that you have are the ones that have come over time and you are comfortable hanging with those people. They know you know them. It's not like you start from scratch.
Yeah,
just saying.
I don't have any brand new adult friends. I've tried it though. It don't
That's
work.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't work very well. Like getting to know people I think because they've already formed who they are and all of that.
And they have their friends too. Like it's not like, I mean, it's the same. I think it's the same across the board for them too. Yeah. But some people might be looking for new friends and new friendships.
And we know you are not a candidate for new friends. So
I am a
Right.
candidate. I just have to see if they can accept who I am. Like I can tell very quickly if they understand me because I come off real strong. My personality is strong.
Very.
In case you didn't know, it's very strong, and I can tell right away if people are able to take me. I remember one girl; she was so hot with me, like, "Girl, I'm just being myself." So I know that we'll never be able to, because it's just who I am. I'm extra all the time.
I'm glad you know that about yourself.
Yeah, I like being extra. It's who I am. All right, so, while we're trying to build on these friendships, y'all go ahead and like, share, and follow Double Up Sis.
Double Up Sis.
Tell your friends, tell your sister about Double Up Sis. What you think, sis?